Hey, it's Clark 36 and for Allied headquarters. And here we are during doing turn one. Let's see what's happened already. The Germans have have been successful in 106, 110, 111. Unscathed battleship here I have to deal with. But there might be an opportunity that I'm seeing that I might try. A lot of times they do have the airplanes for the scramble. I'm going to need scramble orders at some point in time for probably cruiser, carrier, destroyer, sub, diver, two fighters, three fighters, I think. Yeah, three fighters. All right. So then, but let's take a look over here at the Japanese. They because of the Union Russian stack um, multinational force, the communist stack. Let's call it the communist stack in Yunnan. We are left with Japanese only taking Hunan, Anhui, and Shahara, actually. So, and then because of the Magnificent Seven, he's left quite a number of units in the north. And I'm going to try to take advantage of that, I think. Um, I call this season the Magnificent Seven, bring everything that can reach to the Magnificent Seven. But because he's done this, it's actually achieved the purpose, right? The purpose was slow down the Japanese. So the question is, can we follow up slowing down the Japanese progress to diverting resources where they don't want the resources. They don't want them in Sea Zone 6. They don't want them in 33. They want them coastal and they want them near the Money Islands. So he does have, I'm still debating something in my head. I can't say it out loud, but we'll see how it goes. All right. We're going to buy. What are we going to buy as the Americans? So I'm big on bombers right now in my back of my head, and I'm big on destroyers being able to block. So those are really attractive options. And and then I need obviously you need a carrier. I usually grab two or three carriers here, but I'm going to slow down with that a little bit because a lot of times what we do is you have a naval arms race in the Pacific and no trigger gets pulled, run away, or the Japanese run away. So if I can fill the ocean with destroyers and block him, that requires every one of those blockers requires 3 units usually. My rule of thumb is good players, skirmish, 1 unit, you attack with three. That's generally the way it goes. So, and if you're less than that, and you're usually using air. So let's see if we can use that thesis in my head for SOP's standard operating procedure to actually be a disadvantage to the Japanese. All right, let's see. Obviously, there's no combat moves because I'm not at war. So, standard operating procedure would be moving this airplane to Guam. But if I scramble this into the C zone, it prevents his bombardment. That actually might be a really good use of resources because then he has to either bring 2 units in or bring probably these two transports are going to come into here. Won't have the bombardments. Airplanes, he will have one, two, three. He can bring a carrier into here. But if I move everything to Hawaii, one, two, three, and he can't block me getting the seven. Um, I don't think. Not in the combat. So, not in the non com move. So, I think that's going to be fine. I might move everything up to Midway. That might be cool too. One, one, two, three, four. No, I'm going to leave everything there. Okay, so let's move everything up, and then we'll deal with that later in a minute. I want to leave the diver on the carrier so it can defend, and we'll send the extra to Hawaii for the full three-plane scramble. And then I think we're gonna just take the 2 infantry off of Hawaii. So this will all go. Nothing extraordinary here at all. Not at all. We will send the bomber out that way. What is that? Annotate. Oh, that's weird. Never saw that before. Oh my goodness. What's that? Oh, is that part of the AAA? No kidding. Is that a brand new feature? That's cool. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, that could be. I don't know if that's part of AAA or that's green like this. So it looks like it's part of the Zoom meeting. I don't know. All right, let's keep going. This one, the only innovation here that I see is I'm going to actually bring everything but the airplane to central, which, just a little innovation. I'm going to move this plane over here. I need as much panic in the Japanese as possible. Place a destroyer here. If he wants to take that shot, he can take that shot. All right, that looks super to me. What about this stuff? It's small. It's quibbling over stuff here, but I do want to think about it. So I'd like to get this sub. I usually say the South Pacific. He has destroyer count right now is 1 destroyer in C Zone 6, 2 destroyers there, 1 destroyer there. I've only got 1 sub on the board currently. Need more. We will go to, we will go here. We'll go here. Yep. No. We will go here. 23. Obviously, he's in my power zone, so if he hits it, I can hit him back. Destroyer versus exchange a destroyer for a sub, $2 gain. This is the one that I like to think about. I can't end near a Japanese island. Okay, I think we're going to go to here, to Guam. I think that might work out, actually. Yeah. Okay, I just committed to something. Okay, let's see how that goes. All right. Okay, good. I think that's going to work out. I think that's going to work out. I'm trying to block him from the Philippines. And that spoils what I'm about to do. And it's a bit risky. What can I say? It is for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, it's risky. But I think we're committed. These transports are Philippines, almost for sure. And if I can block them from the Philippines, that slows them down. This is my block strategy. Okay, so that's it. That's it. That's it. Okay. Destroyer goes here. This goes here. Bomber goes here. Might as well go on the East Coast. It's got an airbase. Central doesn't, strangely enough. Thank you, Larry. All right, let's go with that. And we'll do a recap. Transport, cruiser, destroyer, 101. Bomber, East Coast, 2 infantry, 3 mech, 1 tank, 1 artillery, 2 anti-aircraft, central, 1 truck, 1 infantry, 2 anti-aircraft. I'm thinking at the same time. That's why I'm slowed down. Okay, so then fighter, aircraft carrier, 2 destroyers, and 10. They kind of meant to be on land, but I think it'll be okay. So 2 cruisers, battleship, 1 sub, 2 destroyers, 1 diver, 1 fighter, aircraft carrier. Did I say that? Infantry and artillery in the water. Yes, 3 scrambling fighters, 1 bomber, 2 infantry in Hawaii, 1 sub in 23, 1 destroyer in 21, 1 fighter on the Philippines, 2 infantry. All right, what are the Chinese going to do? Chinese going to buy, I think they have to retreat. I mean, we'll see how this goes. I think I could stay, but oh no, I'm declaring war. I'm declaring war. I think I'm still going to do that. I think I'm still going to do my normal 4 infantry. All right, so then the only thing I'm doing is grabbing this, and then this comes down, and these go forward. I think I'll leave those there. That's it. Quick turn for them. Non-coms, no non-coms. Guess I could have attacked that, huh? Nope. Okay, and ends with $16. 1 infantry and Guangxi, 2 in Suyuan, 1 in Sichuan, 16 in Yunnan, 1 fighter. British production. Okay, so I did commit to buying mostly. I want to buy 6 infantry and 1. That's a typical build for anti Sea Lion. I think I need to respect the Sea Lion. I think they have 15 aircraft, so I don't think I need more anti-aircraft. Trying to make it so I can get another unit out of this. I don't think that's possible. All right. Let's do it. We'll save $1. Done. That's what I said I'd do. Let's do it. Okay, here is an interesting one. I am about to. This is where I'd like to get a little innovative. Nope, no. We added stuff here. Let's go with a full mech purchase though. That's going to give me a little more forward units out front. Do I need another aircraft carrier, anti-aircraft? I might be able to use another one. I will. I won't. Okay, let's go with that. All right, let's go. We are going to declare war against the Japanese for a reason. Okay, this is the whole reason right here. Hopefully it goes well. Battleship goes up here. I have naval base. Why wouldn't I be able to do this? 1, 2, 3. There's the reason right there. We'll see. Could have been the dumbest thing I've ever done. In addition to that, I know I can hold Yunnan now. Because he's going to be too busy with other stuff. Those planes go into use ASAP. Get my units to the front. Let's block this thing up. Here. Here. I'm trying to focus not on these things being wherever they can hit. 1, 2, 3. Celebes and Java is going to be more vulnerable. But I can. This is the one I'm questioning. I think I'm going to let that go, and I'm going to go this way with it. Oh, yeah. Nope. Okay, let's not make anything easy for the Japanese. This would be a prime target. Obviously, Borneo is going to be a prime target. Okay. Sumatra is going to be a target. And Java will be picked up by the. I've got this gaping hole right here in Borneo. I don't think it matters though, because if I take that transport out, he's going to be able to get Philippines and 2 islands. Can't stop him from getting. Will not be able to stop him from getting Celebes or Borneo, no matter what. Trying to take away the bombardment. So he has to devote more either airplanes or ground units. So instead of taking, if you're going 2v2, that's pretty tough. 1, 2, 3. He could bring a bomber in here, and then the bomber doesn't go this way. Hopefully, it just means a lot more units, a lot more spread out. It's kind of the plan. This destroyer is going to go here. Why? Why? That's a good question. Yeah, I'm not sure about this. It's, I mean, I want to save those things as much as possible. He's a little high. If he was in 20, it'd be easier to stop. And if he hadn't left me this opportunity, I would be able to make every one of these sort of tough. It would make a little more sense to go to Borneo with this and make the Borneo grab harder, but it wouldn't give me as much money. I'm looking for the cash. Okay, let me hold off on that. Let's take a look over here. Okay, so those are going here. Those are going here. Think that's going. Okay, I think that's going in there. The bomber. Oh, the bomber. Almost forgot about the magic bomber. Okay, and the cruiser, the fighter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 2 hit points versus possibly 5. All right, right here. Hmm. I know this is going to sound silly. Let's go for it. Okay, we're grabbing that guy. I don't want to be convoyed. Getting an airplane back is impossible from Canada. I know this is kind of, I've aired on this before. See if I'm doing too much. All right, and trying to make a lot of money. I want that over fast. Need play instead. Okay, that leaves me pretty poor choice down here. You know what? I am going to leave that battleship. That is going to allow me to send a fighter from here down to this. That almost makes scramble, impossible. Feeling really good about this. Don't risk my. Let's not do that. Don't risk my planes. I make sure I take the med in force. And then that feels pretty good to me. All right, that feels pretty good. Let's go to active units. Nothing there. Those all feel. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I was going to try something different. Boy, I should not do this. All right, I did think about doing it though. Interesting. Losing with the 60 bid would be bad though. But that would be a nice smackdown. Oh, this is wrong. Sorry. German should be no, no, not. Oh no, no, that's not German. Yeah, that's the way it is. Okay, I'm not going to do that. There was something experimental that I was going to try. I think I'll try. Always trying something experimental, for better or for worse. I need scrambling orders from Schultze. Let's see if he's up. 717. Let's put him on speaker. Of course, he doesn't usually call me at 7 in the morning. I'll let him call me back. That's just a wake up ring. Okay. So then the question becomes, if I'm doing so well, can I pull that aircraft carrier out of 97? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 versus 5. I'm going to pull that aircraft carrier out of there. All right. Let me just check to make sure he has not commented in this live stream. One watching. Welcome. Schultze. No scramble. Thank you. Good job. All right. He has said no scramble. All right. Good. No scramble. Okay. Good, good, good. All right. So we're going to pull it. This is the official. I'm pulling the aircraft carrier out of there, but I'll have a bunch of units going in there. No scramble. This should be successful. I'm going to let his battleship live. And go from there. Let's just check the Pacific. I have not decided to do what do the ships yet. I do like that attack though. Schulte's calling. Hey, how you doing, man? Yes, sir.
Am I able to use kamikazes in 20?
20. Oh, yeah, yeah. Good call. I will not do that battle. Thank you.
I would use them.
You would have, of course, use them. Oh, that's good. All right. Thanks, man.
Right,
Goodbye. Yes, the big kamikaze symbol. Golly. My goodness. It's crazy. All right. Well, that was good. Okay. So then I move back. We'll figure out what to do with the battleships and all that. That was the whole reason I went to war. Mm-mm-mm. It's not a bad deal, though. Let's see how it goes. I do like going to war early. All right, let's make him think. Okay, so we got that and that. Java gets picked up by the Anzacs. That was such a dumb mistake. Oh, man. I like it. All right, we're going for max income right now and max frustration. All right, what are we doing? I'm going to use I'm going to try to trick the machine. So I will do rolls before ahead of time that are fake rolls. Attack submarine in 106, yes. That's a no scramble. Thank you for calling, Schultz. That was awesome. Battle in 96. Okay, battle in 106. I'm going to roll some dice right here. Here's the fake dice. I'm going to roll 3 dice. Okay, here's the fake, though. I'm going to roll it twice. Machine. Got to learn from the machine. Okay, and 106. Boom. Good. Okay. 96 is 3 dice. 96 is 3 dice. And 96 is 3 dice. And 96 is 30 dice. Okay, 30 dice. There we go. Okay, 96. Boom. Hit, and he gets me. Okay, this is difficult here. I think I'm going with the cruiser. Yep. Okay. Yeah. And then this one is the big one. I've got 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 dice plus against and 2 more. 10 dice altogether. I'm gonna roll 10 dice. Fake dice. Oh, those are good dice. Let's do it again. Let's do 20 dice this time. All right, machine. Okay, I am going to remain. Miss. Okay, I take him out. He gets 2 hits. Okay, so the one of the planes came from London. That one is one of the ones that dies. Okay, so that is a plane from London. He does have a destroyer, so that is unfortunate. Because I would like to keep this up, but I don't think I can. Yeah, I don't think I can. I'll lose it right away. No. Yes, that's correct. That's what I want to lose. Need to lose some right. Okay, so let's send everyone back. Fighter from Malta, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fighter from 2 fighters from Malta. Yep. This will land over here. The bomber has to. No, the bomber did not come from there. The bomber can go back to. Let's see how far the bomber can get. Actually, bomber goes to Egypt. Fighter here. Infantry picks up from Egypt, goes to 96, picks up the anti-aircraft gun, and goes to Greece and activates Greece with an anti-aircraft and 5 infantry. Okay, and these will fall back, I would say, except for one infantry. He can only come in with 3 units. If he came in here, he'd have to fight the battle, the naval battle. Let's say he wins with this naval force. 1, 2, 3, and the Air Force. And then he has come in here with only 2 units on the bomber at most, which means I can send these guys down here. 5 units should do. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Okay. And, I'll just leave that out. I'm live right now. Rainy and windy. And for the, oops, destroyer goes to 81. 2 infantry go to Persia to activate Persia. Here's the money-making scheme. This one goes here. These roll forward. Have not decided what to do with that. Sumatra is taken by the British. Celebrate Peas is taken by the British. Okay, so we don't want their bombardments used. So but I don't want to make it too easy either. I'm going to do this. We're going to try this. Let's get them to use a lot of resources on Java. Draw him way south, doing things he does not want to do turn 1. Scramble into Philippines. I'm going to have those planes left over because I'm pretty sure he is not going to be able to attack that. So I'm going to move these guys back here as a reactionary force so I can recapture Malaya. I will leave 2, though. It's always nice to have 2. And now, like I said, he's going to have to send multiple transports to take that or commit aircraft. And he can only do so much. I like that. That's looking great. I like that. I like the grease. I almost feel like I ought to put the the aircraft carrier here in Greece. He's going to be able to bring a lot into that battle. He's got these 3 units, 2 more of the thing, but he's got to defeat the Navy first too. But I'm feeling like I had to put this up here. Egypt's wide open, but Egypt's got plenty. I think I'm going to leave it. He's got a lot to do. Transports. Okay, bomber lands. Everybody moves forward. And I think the obvious thing to do is send the transport over here. We will send them back up to Erie. All the fighters come down here. Anti-aircraft down here. Um, All right, making bank here. I like it. Lots of transports in the area. That destroyer is actually going to go and it's tough because it makes it a little more valuable for him to hit that, but it's possible that he loses a bomber if he wants to. So I'm okay with that. All right, I think this is what I want to do. I think it looks good. I got my Sea Lion defense up here, like a boss. And $39. Whoa. How did I get $39? Save 2, and with 34. Oh, and 5 more. $39. Wow, that is some good money right there. Now watch this one. And watch it, watch it. $30. Blockade. Collected 24, saved $1. He rolled a 5 against my blockade. Oh, shucks. I was supposed to move those. Hold on. I just want to do this real quick. The blockade is right here. He rolled a 5. I was going to move these 2 guys to Quang C. See if I can get him to safety. Oh, but I want them used. I'm gonna move 1 guy there. Let's put 1 here. And we'll get 1 to safety. I gotta have a rear guard. Rear guard action. Retreat. All right, that looks pretty fantastic. The money situation is super. All right, let's do a recap. 2 infantry, 1 tank, 1 artillery in Quebec, 1 bomber in Nova Scotia, 1 destroyer, 1 transport in 106, mech in Erie, 10 infantry, 5 anti-aircraft, 3 fighters in UK, 1 infantry in Gibraltar. That infantry, by the way, was a bid placement. Infantry, fighter, and diver in Malta, destroyer and cruiser in 97, 5 infantry, 1 anti-aircraft in Greece, 1 transport in 99. 98 has 2 fighters and a aircraft carrier. Alexandria has an infantry, 2 infantry, 2 artillery, 1 mech, 1 tank, 1 bomber in Egypt. Destroyer and transport 84 infantry in Persia, 1 infantry in East Persia, 4 mech in India, 2 infantry, 3 anti-aircraft, 1 artillery in Burma, 2 infantry in Shan State, 1 infantry in Malaya, 2 infantry in Sumatra with a transport in 41, battleship, destroyer, cruiser in 42. Celebes has 2 infantry, 1 transport. This is a 60 bid. Let me review the bids because they were mostly English, so this is a good time to do it. In case this is the first game you're watching, first turn you're watching. Bids were placed here. 1 fighter in Moscow, or in Volgograd, actually. 1 infantry in Yunnan. I bought 1 bomber, extra bomber, 1 extra infantry, 1 extra sub, 2 transports, and saved $2. And let me just make sure that showed up in my income. I did, because that 618.28. Yep, $2 left over. Yep. So this is a 60 bid game. This is originally the first one I know of. Oh, 1 infantry in Kwangtung, 1 infantry in Quang C. 2 infantry in Yunnan, 1 diver, and 2 fighters in Yunnan. But Andrew A.A. Gamer was the first one I ever heard of to do a 60 bid. Did it in the championship game and won. And so it's pretty wild. It does make a difference, obviously, but it's there. It's a nuanced difference. To be able to do this without only one um, airplane from London, which means I can have a nice scrambling fighters in London, and you know, harassing his fleet up there. It makes a big difference. I'm going to be able to. Now, He did say he has the battleship, so it's a big deal, and he has 1 sub left over. And the Mad looks fairly strong. I wish I had kept that right here, but I wasn't worried about London, Egypt being taken. So it looks good. I like it. Let me see what I could do. So if I skip past this, I'm assuming I'm kind of assuming he attacks Greece, but I don't really know what he's going to do. But this is going to be his. I'll do this later on. I'm going to try to do the Anzac turn and what I call fog of war turn for Anzac, and this allows the game to go by faster. YouTube Wars. Obviously, Anzac could go right after UK Britain for the most part, except for the Egypt force. And you could actually do a separate movement. This is what we've done with the Russians. So I am actually going to buy a destroyer because I'm kind of looking to really block his movements. Just frustrate him to no end. So we'll see how that goes. Just little destroyers are, humble. So right here, this is what I intend to do. I'm going to just make this a bit of a force. Now, this force can easily be crushed by the forces down here, but I do have a good amount of planes in the area, so he has to be aware of that, and it draws him to a place where he does not want to be. He wants to be coastal. He wants to be killing Chinese infantry. He wants to be doing all sorts of stuff. And what he does not want to be doing is and then that Anzac infantry stays there. The 2 would have either been attacked or moved. So I'm going to actually move those. No, I'm not. Keep those right there. So that's it for combat moves. Go down and I land. I think an anti. I don't. Yeah, if he sent a bomber, I'm going to send these over. Land this one here and all 3 planes. And then that's a pretty good option here. Units move up from Sydney to Queensland. And we put our destroyer in 62, I think it is. Recap would be infantry in New Zealand, destroyer in 62, 3 infantry, 1 artillery, 1 anti-aircraft in Queensland, 1 infantry, 1 anti-aircraft, 3 fighters in Java with 42 has a cruiser destroyer, British battleship, British cruiser, and an Anzac transport. Infantry, Malayan, Anzac infantry in Malaya, two Anzac infantry in Egypt. $21. So again, big money for the Allies. French, what are the French going to do? The French are going to draw back. Actually, I'm going to draw back to, I'm going to draw back. And if for some reason he didn't, and put one in Morocco, the French fighter in Morocco. Actually, you know what? The French fighter, I'm gonna risk something here. I'm gonna attack this. He only gets one dice roll against me, and I might be able to take that diver out. So that's what I would do, and then these guys will draw back to Normandy. He's going to destroy these ships, or take out southern France. But if he's for some reason didn't, I'll run these to. I'll run these over to 98 if I can. No, my fleet in the Met, he does have a. Oh, okay. If he doesn't destroy it, I'll go like this. I'll go here, and then the destroyer will come up to 104 for a blocker. That'll give him a lot to do. We want to give him a lot to do, stuff he does not want to do. French West Africa moves to French Central, destroyer. Okay, this destroyer is actually going to go up. It's going to go over here. Flood in the zone. To 58. Okay. And all right, let's see what that battle turns out to be. That's one dice, and then 1, 2, 3. So 4, 5 dice. 5 dice. We'll do a multiple of 5. We'll do 15. Boom. Okay, and we'll do done, and we'll do battle. He misses. I hit. He takes 1 anti-aircraft. I hit. He hits me. That's not fair. Take an infantry off. I attack again. I get 2 hits. That takes out his anti-aircraft. He does get a hit. And this is where I have to think. I was hoping to get a little. That's pretty good, though. I have to say, I just took off $15. I think I'm going to retreat. I'm not lucky. No, that was as lucky as I get. The French fighter goes back. And that would be it. Okay, so then, okay, so recap would be fighter in UK, 2 infantry in United Kingdom, infantry artillery. If they survive southern France, which they probably won't, move to Normandy, Bordeaux. 104 destroyer from 93. Cruiser from 93 goes to 91 if it survives. 2 infantry in Morocco, no matter what. 1 infantry in Algeria if it survives. French Central Africa move. This one from Syria move down. Got to get going here. And then the destroyer moved to 58 from off Madagascar. And I'm going to play around with this for just a minute. Let's look at the numbers for the allies. with this 60 bid, I was able to go to 214. So I believe that using a 60 bid to get that extra, see if I can make an estimate on that. So I was able to grab this. Sometimes you're able to grab this, but because of the 60 bid and how well this med battle went, I didn't need to bring those two infantry here. So we could say this is a $2 gain, although you can also gain it from here, from the 39 transport. But it's kind of an either or. I definitely have $7 more. I mean, that's, well, I definitely have $3 more. Definitely $3 more. Possibly $5 more. All right. Oh, and then with the bid, the way the Russians went, $6 more on top of that. So we're probably in the realm of $10 extra, somewhere in there. Oh, and these guys um, will move forward. The Russians will move forward. I'm going to go over to the German combat moves so that I can actually move that as an edit. Okay, and I'll do edit. The anti-aircraft will not move because I'm not in non-com. Oops, perform move. And then I'll go to non-com, and that would give me the ability to move these two there. Okay. And that's 18 infantry in Amur. That's allied turn 1. Uh, okay. So again, just looking over the whole thing, I'm going to try to annotate a little bit. So the great thing about, I was going to do this Guam move now looks stupid. That's okay. That happens. I'll annotate that for next time. That should have moved to, that should have moved. You know, we'll do the, in Imperial Borders, you have to write the number 2, and then you have to write arrows where it would go, and you write, all right, okay, and then, oh, well, that doesn't help. Okay, we'll undo those. Uh, Interesting. Still is pretty cool. All right, I'm goofing off. I got to get ready for church. So everything looks good. That was a mistake with the Guam, but it still occupies his time. Um, between this, he has to take out this. He has to take out these transports if he can do it. And then he's very busy, very, very busy. And that's the intention, is keep him busy with the knife of this fleet, which doesn't have to go in combat to Season 7. Got plenty of planes and plenty of transports, plenty of destroyers. And then we're absolutely fully committed to Spread of Communism bonus. I will have this $5, and then we should see that amount soar as I grab off Ethiopia, Italian Somaliland, Tobruk, Libya, and with plenty of planes to air raid. He's got a problem in Greece he's got to take care of, plus he's got the shipping. And then, yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's an exciting game. It's a little more less of a fallback and more trying to be aggressive at the beginning with the help of a 60-bit. Because obviously this would look a lot thinner if you had scrambled. Yeah, okay. Well, did what I came to do. All right. Thanks for watching. Let me just check real quick. What if there's any notes or anybody said anything? Okay. Commentary. He said no scramble. Okay. And all right. Correct 36. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Crack it out.